Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, true creators. Welcome to the weekly live stream channeling. My name is Allison, and I go live here on my channel once every week to offer channeled guidance for the collective as well as channel for one of you. And I'm going to say hi to those of you who are chiming in on the chat. By the way, Radka, before I went live, I saw your notification pop up. Hi, everyone. And I giggled out loud. It just made me so happy. Hi, Floor. Hi, Allison. Hi, Courtney. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love to check in with all of you. How are you doing? Go ahead and share with me in the chat. Those of you who, as you come in to being here live, and I also want to say if you are watching the replay, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment with what you're really resonating with in terms of today's channeling, or anything that's really brought through. Um, I bring through a message before I officially close my eyes and go into that channeled space. So I would love to hear from you how this is resonating. And also, if you are here catching the replay, I do connect a lot live, so I would love if you could make it live. But if you can't, I want to let you know that the description box has the timestamps. So you can look through there and see if you want to jump ahead to a topic that interests you. So, yeah, if you are here live, say hello. Let me know how you're doing. How are you navigating whatever energies you're in? So, I'll say, oh, thank you. Thank you all. I will say that I appreciate all of the love and the compliments. And I know that um, my, let's see, how can I describe this? I passed through a really big internal sort of constriction recently and came out the other side feeling truly illuminated with clarity, with understanding about who we are cosmically, all of us collectively. And um, I know that that's what's being witnessed. I know that that's what's being witnessed. Yes, it resonates. So Radka says, Allison, it resonates so much what you've mentioned in the email: determination, self confidence. Wow, wasn't that? I mean, I was sharing with a friend just before this. Hallelujah. Hi, Chris. Hi, Steph. Hi, Stacy. I'm trying to make sure I catch everybody. Um, I was sharing with a friend just before hitting live on here that I think I've finally come to the age or the human level of maturity where I now witness. I know this is a pattern, and I know that when I go into it next time, I'll be even more prepared. And here's the pattern: when we experience a contraction and we are present with it and we let ourselves really sort of, it's like an arrow. I work with a medicine shaman, plant medicine shaman, and she says your intention is like your arrow, so keep your arrow pointed, right? Keep it pointed to where you want to end up, because it will guide you through the whole process. And that's presence, right? That's deep presence. My intention is the highest version of me emerges from this, and staying with it. And with this last contraction, it was like, whew, going into it. But my intention was um, so clear within myself, even as I felt myself going into these very human experiences and emerging through that, just this knowing of myself. Um, and this determination, yes. And yeah, as I was saying, now there's this, I could call it like human maturity to know that when I'm going into contraction, there's going to be such a beautiful expansion that follows. And to be excited even in the midst of intensity of what feels like a contraction, to know this is the gift. We're going through the portal. It's a rebirth, you know. Birth is, as I've said, I think I said it on the live last week. It's like we're going to all be cone heads because this constriction in this birth canal is so intense. We're going to come out with just these weird pointy heads because it's like, it's a lot, right? Thank you for writing your question. So, yes, if you would like to submit your question for me to channel on, please go ahead and type Q at the beginning and then type your question, and I will choose one to channel on. I'm also going to do something kind of fun. Well, I think it's fun. I think it's massively fun at the beginning of this. And I am going to have each of you choose a number. So it's a page number. I'm going to read. I want to share with you all, for those of you who are brand new here, the books that I have available to you, and choose a number. We're going to read from Ecstatic Playground today. So choose a number between 1 and how many pages are in this book? 122. Choose a number between, okay, 42. Oh my God. I love, Stacy, that you and Courtney chose the same number at the same time. That's wild. Okay, so y'all are so in sync. Oh my God, my heart just kind of exploded. Hi, Zahira. Okay, so I'm going to read page 42. And I want to share with you. So, very exciting news. Those of you who ordered the pre-sale, I sent yours out in the mail a couple days ago. So you should be receiving it. It's also available on Amazon. So it's on my website as well as on Amazon. But this is my newest publication. It's called the Learn to Channel Workbook. This has everything in it that you need to learn how to verbally channel, as well as coloring book pages, journaling pages, and activities. It is so much fun. I put a lot of different coloring pages in there. So I encourage you to grab this book. The purpose is play, right? And then the page that I'm going to be, or the book that I'm going to be reading out of today is called Ecstatic Playground. This is my most recent book. Full book, right? Not workbook, but full book. This is all about how to be a conscious creator and really play with life. And then if you are beginning your awakening journey, I highly recommend The Era of the True Creator. So this is my first book. This is all about how to navigate your awakening so that you can move beyond the drama, the dramatic paradigms, and into being a true creator, being the fullness of yourself. I actually have a dear friend who has this as part of her required reading for all of her Reiki students. So, because it really outlines how to move through your awakening. So, link is in the description box, and check out all of those books. Okay, all that chatting, I see lots of different page numbers. The first two that submitted were the exact same page number. So I'm going to read page 42 in Ecstatic Playground. And feel free, please let me know. Ooh, Radka. Hi, Christina. Hi, Zahira. Of course, page 77. I feel like 7 is a dragon number, Zahira. I'm telling you, it has been so prolific in my life this year. Radka says, by the way, I found Era of the True Creator at one European eShop. So it's coming soon. And Courtney says, mine will be here tomorrow. Stacey says, it's so pretty. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, ooh, I'm seeing some of your questions. Thank you for typing those in. Is the workbook available in a format too? Can it be shipped internationally? Oh, an e-format too. It is not available as an ebook. I apologize, but it is available internationally now. So you can find that on Amazon. It's not available internationally. So it's not available outside of the US when you go to my website, but you can order through Amazon. All right. Yay! Hi, Shannon. Very nice. Can't wait. Your workbook shipped. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, Radka, come hang out with us. I love that so much. You're coming to the US. Okay, let me get down to business. Y'all, you can't make this up. Page 42 is the beginning of the chapter Pain and Suffering. And I know this is a book about play. I promise it's not doom and gloom. So let's read about pain and suffering. This is profound. I love that this was chosen by two of you right off the bat. Pain and suffering. Though it may not seem so at times, this life is a grand adventure. Being on our planet is simply a dense reality experience. And from a higher perspective, nothing is ever wrong. We are not being tested, and therefore there is no such thing as failure. All is one, effortlessly spiraling into further and further expansion. But if everything is perfect and divinely guided, how do we make sense of experiences that are very difficult and cause a great amount of suffering, including those that seem to harm our minds and bodies? I know why this is chosen. There's a lot going on in our world right now, isn't there? There is a lot that seems to be very scary for a lot of people. And that's understandable. It's in our personal lives, it's in our global collective. There's a lot of change. So let's look at this. On some level, we know that we did not come here to suffer. We came here to be, to know ourselves in a new way, and to experience our infinite nature within a reality of limitation, all in order to know that who we truly are is love. And yet, from the limited perspective of the mind, we tend to place everything in two categories, good or bad. These categories are incomplete and fail to reflect the holistic truth of love. Love is quite literally all there is. Anything and everything that has ever been created or ever will be created, from expanded frequency realms, even pain is seen holistically as an aspect of love. In our human form, pain is the mind's interpretation that something is wrong. When we experience moments of pain, the mind sets out to create order from what it knows from previous experiences. The mind is seeking balance. But we will never find this balance when operating within the binary of good and bad. Instead, we will continue to volley back and forth between these polarities. It is only when we can hold both perspectives at once that we can elevate to a higher frequency outside of the realms of duality. Balance and harmony are inherent to the realms of oneness. Ooh, I felt that one. Oh my God, I love it. Radka, you're going to plan like a whole US tour. I will share with you some cities and feel free to come here. Although I am going to be traveling soon. So, yeah, these two categories are incomplete. We have a full spectrum of frequencies that we get to paint with. And when we are in the mind is going to really look for one or the other. One or the other. Okay, my loves. So Let's dive in. Let's talk about what's going on with everyone. Do I have all of your questions submitted? Oh, let me actually give one more announcement. So this week, this Thursday, my course, Bliss Body, is going to begin. So, Bliss Body is all about how to activate our complete selves into states of ecstasy, how to move Kundalini energy through the body, how to activate these really high frequency states. So, this is a sexuality course. We will be diving into the human experience of sexuality. This is also really about light body. This is really about getting our physical bodies connected with the experience of our light bodies. So, really, it's because those are always connected. Really, it's understanding this through the mind and through experience. So, what does the experience of being activated feel like, and how do we navigate life illuminated with this immense amount of light? Something that's come through within the past week is actually how this course is very much to activate the divine feminine. For those of you who are called to priestess activations, to being a priestess in this lifetime, it's come through that this is very much for you. Now, I want to share with you that this is open to all genders, that this is not exclusive to women or those who feel that they are here to activate their inner um, beingness of being a priestess. However, I want to share with you that if you are feeling that calling, this is very much for you. Um, it's funny for me to share that I'm still downloading the lesson plans. So it's really present for me. And I have payment plans available. So if you're feeling the call, but you're not sure if you can financially do it, I want to let you know that there are payment plans available. And yeah, if you're ready, jump right in. The link is in the description box. I know that it's going to be powerful. This is really the impetus to the next level of my work, which is the spontaneous activation of Kundalini and ecstatic energy within people's bodies. It's been happening throughout the year as I was on tour and channeling for people. And some of you actually reached out after last week's channeling when I started to go into some ecstatic waves through my body. I had someone reach out on Instagram and say, I was watching this and actually it activated within me. And she started giggling, and there was, sort of a laughtergasm happening. So these are powerful and powerful teachings, and I'm really excited to deliver them to you. So I can't wait to see all of you starting this week. We go for 5 weeks. It is a live course, and I'm not sure. Everybody always asks me, will you be offering this again? I don't know. So if you feel the call, join in. All right. Very cool. Okay, so how many questions do we have? One of the questions, I'll answer that as Courtney or Stacy, would you? Thank you. 7, of course. There's that number again. Let me just open up the windows here. There we go. It gets hot in here. The difference between this course and my ecstasy course is the teachings are going to be different. These are going to be, it's really spanning the breadth between physical experience of erotic energy and the energetic experience of erotic energy. The purpose of this is really to help everyone activate into your purpose, so this is, very much about awakening, sovereignty, feeling safe. So this is one of the main focuses, is how do we feel safe in the body so that we can open? That will be very much a part of this course, because we hold on to our limitations when we don't feel safe. So we're going to be doing a lot of activations around that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hopefully that is helpful. Um, hmm. And again, y'all, let me open this up, and I'm going to open up my other window, and I'm going to choose what question between 1 and 7. Again, it's number 7. That doesn't always happen. So let me go ahead and open this window. Okay. I get so hot in here. All right. Can't wait until I'll share with all of you. I'm actually going to the Philippines in the next couple weeks. So I will be doing these live streams at, I believe it's 1 a.m. there, or maybe 2 a.m. So that'll be interesting. But I am going to be doing a bit of traveling. So at least, in the Philippines, the regular temperature is like 90 degrees. So at least I'll be doing this in the middle of the night when it's a bit cooler. So it'll be a different scenery in a couple weeks here. Okay. Let me see. Question number 7. What is blocking my throat chakra right now? Ooh, Cherry, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear. I've heard really good things about the Philippines. Okay, what is blocking my throat chakra right now? So those of you who are familiar with the way that this works, I'm going to be going into this question. I'm going to be tuning into this question first, and then I'll tune into, thank you, Radka. I'll tune into the collective and see what comes through. I always love when you continue to connect with each other in the chat, and as things resonate, sharing that in the chat as well. And when I open my eyes, I will read through all of your questions and comments. I'm also reading some of these other questions. Very cool. Question about the year of the snake. I love that. Connect with my community. Oh, beautiful. Okay, yes. Sorry, I'm just humming and hawing because I'm reading all of these questions. Okay. Sometimes reading through the questions, more information comes through. So I feel inspired to do that occasionally. I also want to share, if for whatever reason your question doesn't get answered today, I do have sessions. What was the word? Okay, maybe I'm already going into channeling. I do have sessions available on my website. Link is in the description box. Okay. Okay, so this question, how do I open up my throat? We're going to start with what I'm being shown, which is to show you a physical exercise that will open up the throat chakra. And from there, more information is going to come through. So here's the exercise. It's sort of a mwah, mwah. That's the sound. And this is the movement. So we have to get comfortable with being silly, right? With looking a little odd. So that is one exercise. Of course, any sort of movement in that area is going to help. Part of why this is shut down is actually the silliness of it. For you, this area is shut down because there's a holding back of your full expression, right? So this exercise sort of busts through it in that it looks pretty weird and it sounds weird, and it sort of gets us past our own limitations. So let's look a little deeper. Yeah, I'm being told it's not necessary to look at the pain that causes this limitation. So often, when we are noticing something that's blocked or something that doesn't feel in alignment or fully harmonized with our highest self, we look for the problem. What created this? What was it that manifested this in the first place? More and more in terms of learning how to instantly manifest, it's important that we not look for the problem. This is very different than what many people call spiritual bypassing. I want to address that because we're not avoiding any part of ourself. We're just being very present. What naturally emerges is going to give us all of the information that we need in the present moment to move into our highest state. So at times, we'll be shown the story that created the limitation. At other times, that won't be necessary because the mind will get caught in the story and perpetuate it. We have a tendency to focus on what we're trying to fix. As humans, this is very sort of normal, but it is not what is in our highest interest. So paying our attention to presence, which means ultimate focus, which means living in the light as it's coming through right now, living in the light. And the way that this is being shown to me is we are the light and we are the projectors of the light. We are light made manifest into this layer of the density realms. And so living in the light means that we are not looking for the shadows. Oh God, this stuff is so good when it comes through sometimes. We're not looking for the shadows to be present. We witness that through our illuminated light, all becomes transmuted into this light. There isn't actually opposite to divine light, just like there's no opposite to divine love. Divine love is all encompassing. It includes what we have broken down. I love how this relates to the passage that was read just before this as well. We break things down into these binary terms of good and bad. We become very focused on the separation. To believe in good and bad is to believe even further in our separation, which as we're ascending, as we're awakening to the fullness of who we are, we see that we're within the realms where the illusion of separation is present. But because it's an illusion, we see, in order to break illusions, we see the fullness of things. Illusions are partial manifestations. Illusions are to believe in separation, right? To witness the separation and believe that that's true. That's the illusion. So we open to the more full spectrum of all that is, and we witness, yes, we have this thing that we call good. And yes, we have this thing that we call bad. And yes, when we believe deeply that there's separation, we experience a lot of suffering. That's a reality. And when we can encompass all of it, when we can witness all of it, we are no longer suffering and we are living in the light. We are the manifestation of the light. We are the living light. That's what this is. Beautiful. It's just starting to really click in. I have a teacher who talks about being the living light. How fascinating that this just came through. So beautiful. I love learning through these channeling experiences. So to live in the light is to open to the full expression of who we are, all of the spectrum of colors that we came here to be. And we can witness without attachment the full spectrum of all that we are. And to be without attachment, again, this is not separating ourselves from life. This is being the eternal witness. Such a powerful thing to be the witness. And from that place of witnessing, instead of being held bound by the limitations, we witness them as tools. We get to work with them as tools. This is being a true creator, witnessing the limitations to the point that we can pick them up and wield them however we want to. And we can't be informed with how we truly want to wield these supposed limitations turned into tools. We can't really understand how we want to do it unless we are not attached to any of it. Attaching ourselves to something is really to bind ourselves by something. Non-attachment is to be the loving witness. Wow, what a fascinating expression. I allow it to be, and I allow this to be. Everything at once. Everything at once. This is more in depth on the passage that we just read. So, so, so powerful. I love how this is coming through. Everything at once. When we are a witness, a powerful witness, to be a powerful witness means that we're not detached from any of it. We're also not attached to any of it. We are with it. We are swimming in it. And we allow it to all move in accordance with its divine gesturing, with the harmony that flows through all things. We are the appreciative witness of all of it. And when we do this, we can pick up anything we want and it becomes a tool rather than something that holds us bound. So let's go back to this individual question. I don't even know how we got here. The individual question of, yes, I remember. We're not looking at the problem or what created it. We are simply moving through it because in this moment now you are complete and whole, and there is no other version of you that is real. All other versions of you are simply part of the mirage, the illusion of separation. Anything that is not complete and whole is part of the mirage, the illusion of separation. When we're present, we can see this. We know this. You are God. You are God. So you are a limited spectrum, and you are all of it, all at once. When you are highly present, you get to choose the amount of, you get to choose how much you open your aperture to let in more of the fullness of the truth of who you are. And in this lifetime, each of us chose a divine template, which includes a very wide spectrum. It includes a very wide spectrum of light coming through. And it is the harmonization of all of it, because we're moving through this experience of time. Oh, we have so much open to ourselves, so much open to ourselves. So again, to come back to this individual question, don't focus on how can I open this? There's almost an implication in that it's closed and that it's going to be hard to open it. Focus on allowing yourself to be very present and focus within whatever area is highlighted that feels constricted in that moment of presence. So, for example, if I'm being very present right now, which I am, because I am right now, I'm being very present and I witness, oh, there's a bit of constriction in an area of my body. So then I place my focus and my witnessing, my power of focus, my witnessing power within that area of constriction, without attachment and without separation from it. So being within it. it instantly alleviates itself. I'm just holding presence with it. Mhm. Oh, yeah, and just as I did that, I felt a shot of ecstasy move through my body. It feels really, really good. And then we learn how to move through our reality with this higher level of openness, which is the next step, which is often why we're holding things closed, because we don't know how to play with the high level of ecstasy that opens for us. So then we practice. It opens and we that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move into the collective channeling now. Yeah. Fires, fires, fires. Transmutation. The power of witnessing without attachment, all of these transmuting properties of our human collective experience. Everything that cannot hold, and in fact, let's reword that. Everything is burning down because everything is always in a process of movement. So there's no holding. There's no holding. So everything that is not elastic and flowing with the present moment of energies will be in the transmutative fires. This includes everything within you. This includes everything external. And we can celebrate. Finally, the external world is starting to show direct signs of instant manifestation. Those of you who are practiced in conscious creation know that oftentimes when we are creating consciously, things will seem to burn down within our world. Things will seem to catch fire in a way that causes destruction because we cannot hold on. There's no holding. We are always in flow. We are always in flux. This is divine creation. This is part of being within an experience of time. Things are flowing. If we try to hold anything, hold things in stasis, hold things in programs, see how the programs are burning down within you and around you? This is a cause for celebration. Now, how do we handle the destruction? Well, welcome the year of the snake. Whew. Powerful transmutation. Powerful. We handle it lightly. We handle it by being within the fires and knowing that we're eternal. And so we have no desire or no need to push or pull anything, and we allow it to be. And from the present moment, we always know exactly what to do. So those of you who are hooked on watching the news, staying up to date with everything that's happening, here's a suggested alternative. You will see everything that you need to see to fulfill your purpose in the moment. And when you are highly present, you will be activated into whatever action is necessary for you to bring your purpose, your light, into the present moment. Any action that's needed for your own personal healing, for the assistance of holding in high levels of love others through their process. Again, there's that word holding. We are, it's high presence is the wording that I'm looking for. Anything that is needed, you will instantly, in the present moment of presence, be guided to do it, to take that action. It is spontaneous movement. It is ecstatic movement. All movement can come from the place of ecstasy. moving through the body. That's what this is. Presence is ecstatic movement. We've got to become familiar with presence and how our physical form moves through the present moment in order to really show up fully for the changes that are coming this year. And I'm laughing because it's funny to say that are coming this year because they're already in existence. Everything is already in existence. You attune to where within the full spectrum of all you show up. This is really the year of people coming into that knowing of themselves as um, in the matrix is what I'm seeing. The image that I'm seeing is the matrix, where Neo understands how to not get hit by bullets. Nothing touches you in this space because time becomes part of the experience that you have greater command within. You can witness it. Looping back to what came through at the beginning of this channeling, which is when we are not attached to things, we can pick them up as tools and wield them however we desire. We can put them down just as easily as we pick them up. We can only put them down if we're not attached. We can only consciously pick them up if we're not attached and if we're not avoidant to them. Attachment and avoidant. How many of you are experiencing within your relationship dynamics a deeper understanding of what they call disorders, right? Anxious or avoidant, things like that. If we go meta with this understanding, it's really how are we wielding our creation power in this lifetime? Are we externalizing any of our power by being anxious with it or avoidant to it? If you're doing this in your relationships, this is a clue to what you are doing within the consciousness realms of your reality. And can you witness that everything is created from within? And when everything is created from within, you get to pick things up and play with them to match the reality that you are creating consciously. It becomes a powerful play in these realms. We are not attached to or avoidant to. We are the willing, loving participant of all. And there's so much to this, but we get to play with it. We get to play with it. Okay, my loves. Ooh, what a fun riff. I'm going to go ahead and come out. So good. Don't you love being a conscious creator? Isn't this amazing? Hearing birds singing through your live recording and simultaneously hear outside your window. So wondrous. I love that. Even here, oh my God, I love it. I have this idea that the birds here are communicating with the birds in your reality, in your world, as this is streaming. This is my joy. I think of this so frequently when birds are singing, either when I'm doing a live stream or when I'm on a Zoom call. They get to communicate. We are experiencing these multidimensional games, and it's so fun. Hi, Linda. You are powerful. Thank you for sharing that, Linda. I feel like you're speaking directly to me as I travel through my cancer journey. Oh, wow. Those of you who are experiencing things that on this physical level are typically, we would call them very difficult circumstances. Like, I just want to cheer you on because what a masterful creator you are. What a masterful creator you are to be learning through such experiences. Really powerful. Yeah, your connection keeps glitching. Hi, Elena Delaney. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I did explain a little bit of the craziness. Yes. Yes, definitely watch the replay. This explains a lot. Welcome to the Year of the Snake. I will record a video separately talking about the Year of the Snake. Also, I'm going to be doing as many recordings as I possibly can for my YouTube channel here, which is where we are right now. If you have any curiosities about anything that I mention, please let me know. And I will dive into recording a video. All right. So I love you all. I know it has been a minute. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I love you all. Be well, and I will see you all soon. Oh, hello, Cordula. Bye, my loves.